Good Monday morning. A few years back, someone asked me to do something that I was really willing to do. I was actually grateful to do it. But I realized really quickly that they had a little different motive for why they wanted me to do it. They were really, it really was taking advantage of me. And I didn't handle that well because I simply quit doing what they were asking me to do. So when I read these words in preparation for today's musing, this moment kind of really came back to me, and it made me wonder what may have transpired had I handled that situation according to Scripture, doing it the way Jesus would have done it instead of doing the service as unto the Lord instead of doing it for this person because I wasn't. So the Scripture says this in Matthew chapter 5. It says, here's another old saying that deserves a second look. Remember, he is just uprooting the Jewish way of doing things because Jesus was a new covenant. He came to fulfill the law, not to abolish it, but he also was a new covenant. He was doing things, he was making things about the heart and not about the letter of the law. So he said there's an old saying that says eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Is that going to get us anywhere, he asks. Here's what I propose. Oh, this one is, ha! He says, don't hit back at all. What? Jesus, serious? Not even like a little slap, not anything? He says, no, don't hit back at all. If someone strikes you, stand there and take it. If someone drags you into court and sues for the shirt off your back, gift wrap your best coat and make a present of it. And if someone takes unfair advantage of you, use the occasion to practice the servant life. No more tit for tat stuff. Live generously. Now, I will caveat this by saying what I have had to say often through this, that there are circumstances that require things of us that are hard, that are boundary oriented, that are safeguarding. But in light of that, that's rarely our motive. And Jesus knows that. That's why he's dealing with the heart of the Jew. And he said so often, all you want to do in living to the letter of the law is just getting an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You just want to make sure you extract yours. And he's saying, be very careful with that kind of living, because it's not how I've called you to live. When I realized she was taking advantage of me that day, I was just like, well, by golly, you're not going to take advantage of me. Instead of sitting back and asking the Lord, what does being generous of spirit and living like you look like here? Friends, Jesus does things very cultural to how life is moving these days. And if we want to live stormproof, we're going to have to move counterculture as well. And that's something worth pondering, even though it's hard to think about and not always easy to do on this Monday morning. If your heart was encouraged today, please know that we have many other resources available for you. You can discover all of those at reclaiminghearts.org.